Hello Giants. Robert Taylor, born Spangler Arlington Brew on August 5, 1911, in a small town in Nebraska, grew up with Midwestern values that shaped his character and helped define the way he carried himself throughout his career. He wasn't just another handsome face in Hollywood, he was disciplined, humble, and professional, which made him stand out among the stars of his era. His path to fame began when he moved to Los Angeles to study engineering at USC, but it was during that time he discovered a love for acting. His striking looks and natural charisma quickly caught attention, and before long, he was signed by MGM, one of the biggest studios in the industry. Taylor proved himself to be versatile, taking on roles across romance, war dramas, historical epics, and thrillers, while his natural style of acting made audiences feel connected to his characters. By the late 1930s and into the 1940s, he was considered one of Hollywood's leading men, starring opposite greats like Greta Garbo and leaving his mark on films like Camille and Waterloo Bridge. While his career flourished, his personal life became just as public. On May 14, 1939, Robert Taylor married Barbara Stanwyck, one of the most respected and powerful women in Hollywood. Their wedding drew headlines, with the press labeling them one of the golden couples of the industry. To the public, they seemed like a glamorous match, the epitome of Hollywood romance. Behind the polished photographs and carefully curated image, however, their marriage was filled with struggles. The pressures of fame, busy filming schedules, and constant scrutiny placed them under strain, but what made things worse was the imbalance in their relationship. Stanwyck was already an established star, confident and fiercely in control of her career, while Taylor was still being shaped by the studio system. Over time, that imbalance seeped into their marriage, and while outsiders believed they lived a dream life, the reality was much darker. Taylor later admitted that their marriage was not the fairy tale people imagined. He described it as emotionally draining, often combative, and at times deeply unpleasant. Arguments could erupt over the smallest things, and he confessed that Stanwyck's sharp words often cut deep. To cope, he would retreat into silence or leave for stretches of time, just to find peace. He went as far as to say that their marriage sometimes felt less like a true partnership and more like an arrangement shaped by MGM to maintain an image. The studio benefited from the publicity of having its leading man tied to a respected actress, and while Taylor admitted there had been attraction between them, he said he never felt free in that marriage. In his words, it became more about control and appearances than about love. Stanwyck's strong personality only heightened that feeling. Taylor confessed that at times he felt like her employee rather than her husband, following along to keep up appearances. He acknowledged her loyalty and her fierce dedication to her work but admitted their life together never felt warm or like home. The marriage ended in 1951 after 12 years, with Stanwyck keeping custody of her adopted son, and Taylor moving on to a new chapter in his life. In 1954, he married Ursula Thies, a German actress who brought warmth and stability to his life. Their marriage was happier, and together they raised 2 children of their own, while Taylor also stepped into the role of stepfather to her children from a previous marriage. But even this family life carried heartbreak. In 1969, Ursula's son Michael died from a drug overdose, just weeks before Taylor himself lost his battle with lung cancer. Looking back at age 57, Taylor's candid revelations about his first marriage shocked many. Fans who once saw him and Stanwyck as the ideal Hollywood couple were stunned to hear him describe their union as suffocating and, at times, disgusting. He stripped away the illusion of glamour and showed the truth, that behind the fame, money, and adoring fans, their relationship was built more on pressure and duty than on genuine love. He didn't hate Stanwyck, but he resented the way they lived together, comparing it to living in a beautiful but cold house. His honesty revealed what many outsiders never knew, that even Hollywood's most admired couples often paid a personal price for keeping up appearances. Taylor's reflections left people rethinking the cost of the Hollywood dream and what it took to survive behind the glittering